Want to give our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. This is going to be a pretty quick lesson, just a message, I guess you could say, exhortation, however you want to take it. Whoever needs to hear it. Shit, I need to hear it. So I'm going to say it. All right. So just be a man. 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Now, I'm going to get this script and the script in Titus, and I'm going to leave it at those two right there. If the Spirit has me bring out anything else, then it will. But let's just look into this particular verse. Let's get this word child real quick.
Strong's G 3516. Napios. Napios.
All right. The word is napios. All right. Yep. So the word there is napios. And it means an infant, little child, a minor, not of age. Metaphor, childish, untaught, unskilled. It keeps going in the Strong's definition, not speaking. An infant, figuratively, a simple-minded person. So Paul was sitting here saying, when I was a child, I spake as a child. So when I was a simple-minded being, or untaught, unlearned, unskilled being, didn't know nothing, haven't gone through life, haven't gone through the paces, you know what I'm saying? I understood as a child, all right? I thought as a child, right? So not as becoming a man because, you just didn't know. You're ignorant. Children are ignorant. There's a big difference between dumb and ignorant. People who are dumb know better, but don't do better. So that would consider them stupid or sottish or dumb. But a child is ignorant, okay? A child is ignorant until the child goes through the paces of life and grows, understands things, and they evolve and become different. Now, when you get in this truth, you may come in at a certain age, which this society would consider you being a man. But when you come into this newfound knowledge, just like when Yahweh Shai was speaking to Nicodemus, he's like, you have to be born again. So technically, when you get this truth, now you're a 1-day-old baby again. You're a baby again. You're a child. So you start relearning and growing. And as the scriptures say, the Spirit quickeneth. It's going to quicken you in the time frame to where it deems necessary to how fast you need to grow. You start becoming a man. All right. You have to relearn. You have to rewalk. Learn how to crawl, walk, and run again. So you become a child in a sense all over again because now your mind has re-geared itself to being a sponge again. And how does your mind re-gear itself from being a sponge? The Lord will humble you. When you're more humble, you're willing to listen, you're willing to understand, you're willing to figure things out, and you start understanding better and understanding that the way of life that you were previously living wasn't adequate. Just like the lesson I did not too long ago with just, I think I named it pre-qualified. Before the truth, you didn't know what would qualify you. You weren't even pre-qualified. You didn't know what qualified you into possibly getting the chance to get beamed up on a chariot. But now you do know this manly knowledge. Now, when you come into this truth and you start going through your paces within the truth, admonitions, reproach, and rebukes come with the territory. Depending on how you take it is depending on if you're a child or not still. All right? So again, 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I was unlearned, unskilled. Um, and what else did it say there that kind of hit home there? When you look at and this Greek is where you get that word nepotism, which nepotism is like a simple meaning of that is the favoritism towards um, a family friend or your own family, whatever. And usually nepotism happens between a parent and a child. All right. Prime example, this LeBron and Bronny thing with the LA Lakers. A lot of people are calling nepotism because, quite frankly, you averaging 4 points, um, you know, averaging 4 points in a season in college is not going to get anybody to the league. But it got Bronny there. You know what I'm saying? Um, but anywho, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's what it is. Simple-minded person. So Paul is sitting here saying, I used to be simple-minded until Yahushua took me in. It says now, but when I became a man. Let's see what the word man is. Let's see if they even have it here. All right, perfect. In the Greek.
Strong's G 435. Aner. Aner.
All right, aner, and it means, of course, a male, a husband, betrothed, or a future husband. Now, even the word husband is a big deal because a child can't be a husband. He's not adequate enough to understand the role of a husband and what he is ought to do and what he needs to do, his purpose and what he needs to fulfill. All right, a child can't comprehend the things of a husband. All right, a child can't comprehend the things of a father. Now, a man encompasses all of that. Okay, you start learning how to be a man first and foremost, a father, a husband, a protector, a provider. You start learning all these things when you start really truly humbling yourself down, taking the correction, taking the rebuke, taking the advice that are given, and start to understand them and not understand it like a child anymore. You start becoming a man. And if you can't take those 3 words that I mentioned, you're still a fucking child, and maybe you need your ball sack needs to drop. Vulgar, which the word vulgar just means common speech. Vulgar, but it is what it is. You know, it says used generically of a group of both men and women. It says with reference to age to distinguish an adult man from a boy. That's a good point right there. That's the point. To distinguish an adult man from a boy. Okay? And that's what Paul is saying in this. He's distinguishing, which means showing a difference between what a child or a boy is and what a real man is. Okay? And how are we going to get, how do we distinguish that? We distinguish it by characteristics of what you should and ought to be. That's where we go to the book of Titus here. All right? So I'll start at the top. Titus 2:1, it says, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. All right? The aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. All right, so let's get some of these adjectives because that's what these, if you want anyone to describe you, these are the words that you want to be used to describe you. All right, so we have the word sober, which is synonymous to the word temperate, obviously, because it is in the definition of the word sober. Abstaining from wine, right? Which in this case, when you think about it, it's abstaining from philosophies and ideas and ideologies of this world. So abstaining from it, meaning cut yourself off from this wicked ass society. All right, so that's a manly thing to do because you're standing upon your morals and you're not letting anything infiltrate or taint you from diverting from the morals that you have established via this truth when you got it. All right, that was step 1 of becoming a man, because now you're starting to understand the whole duty of man. The whole duty of man. Get it? It says either entirely or at least from its immoderate use. It says of things free from all wine as vessels offerings. Okay, let's get the next adjective, grave. All right, in the Greek, and I'm I'm going through these fairly fast, so if you want to pause the lesson, whatever, you can, and do a deeper dive into it. But I'm just getting to the gist of it and what you ought to be. It says vulnerable. It says to be venerated for character, honorable. Let's get this word real quick. Son of a bitch. Man, that was a shortcut. Venerable. I may be saying that wrong.
Venerable.
Venerable. There we go. Says, accorded a great deal of respect, especially because of age, wisdom, or character. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. It says, yeah, so pretty much being grave is being honorable. All right. So you got sober, which is being temperate, abstaining from wine. Grave, which is being an honorable individual. Let's get temperate. Salakia. Let's get temperate. All right. Same thing as being sober. It says sane. All right. In one's senses, curbing one's desires and impulses, having self-control. Man, that's what temperance is. I want this. I want that. That's a childish thing. You ever been around a kid? Give me this, give me that. I want this, I want that. Me. That's childish. Okay? That's a lack of temperance. You learn temperance as you grow. Sound. Let's get the word sound real quick. All right? It says to be sound, to be well, to be in good health. All right? Because if you see a man should be in good shape. All right? Be working out, being active. I'm cutting myself right now. You know what I'm saying? Have goals, mentally, health-wise. I have goals physically, health-wise, and have goals spiritually, health-wise. All right? It says one who keeps in the graces and is strong. Okay? Let's keep it moving. So that's sound. All right? Charity, agape, which is what? Affection, goodwill, and love. All right. Love is not that lovey-dovey. I love you, baby. That's not love. So we got the definition of what love is in the scripts. It's keeping other commandments. But real love. Really, love is tough. Real talk. They have that saying, tough love. You got to be tough in order to receive or give love. Real talk. You do. Now, what they get it mixed up with is this word benevolence. Benevolence means to be kind. Not nice, but kind. Because if you're nice, that means you're simple. All right? Because the word nice means stupid, simple. And to prove that, all right, what we're going to do is get the word nice in the etymology. All right. The word nice in the etymology, an adjective. I don't want to be described as nice. It means foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless, clumsy, weak, poor, needy, simple, careless, stupid, silly, foolish, sottish, ignorant, unaware, no situational awareness, no nothing. Now I'm just talking. It says fussy. So you really know who should be nice? A woman. Or a child, in this case, to better go with the topic at hand. A child is nice. Once you graduate from being a child and start going into your manhood, that word nice should turn into benevolent. All right, which means kind. All right. So let's go back here. It says the aged woman likewise, but really those adjectives you should be keeping as well. It says be good. And one of them, it says good. Just be tawab, brother. All right. It says young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded, which we understand what sober-minded is, which is a synonymous to sound and temperate. It says, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works. So yes, a pattern of good works. A man has a routine, okay? A child is aimlessly walking around doing nothing, okay? Doesn't have no motive, no reasoning, okay? I watched a video of this father. He was reprimanding his son for saying some stupid shit to his mom, which the video is good because it showed that there was a dad who actually cared about his son and actually, was correcting him. But he's like, what was your reasoning to say this to your mom? Really, that's a rhetorical question. Children don't have reason. You don't have reason for shit. You're not grown. You don't have nothing. You don't have no reasons. You don't have reasons. You don't have reasons. A child doesn't have reasons why they have to miss work and this, that, and they don't have reasons. They need to be taken care of because they're nice. It says, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works. So that let's keep going. In doctrine showing uncorruptness. Right. Gravity and sincerity. All right. So we got gravity, which is being grave, and being sincere with what you need to be doing. That's being a man. Okay. Being sincere. Even if you're sincerely wrong. Okay. Understand that you can be corrected and sincerely take the correction as well. Part of being a man. I'm going to get to the other side of it, especially with correction in a second. So it says, in doctrine showing uncorruptness. That means you should be paying attention to the apostles and the elders and what they're speaking, and you pretty much reciprocate the same energy and regurgitate it back to the people so you can teach the correct things. That following is being a man. Understanding that there was a man ahead of you that did it this way and is still doing it that way and it's the right way. And you being a man, understanding that man is doing the right thing, you follow it. That's being a man. A child wants to do their own thing and be nice. Everyone say it with me. It says, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works. You should be doing your lessons, should be going to camp, so on and so forth. The things that are required of you in this truth. Show good patterns of it. Okay? Show a good pattern, not a bad pattern. Now, if you're showing bad patterns, now let's get into it. You show bad patterns, that's when you're going to get rebuked. And if you have a little bit of pride in you, you're going to look at them like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave y'all with a clip at the end here. Okay? And I'm going to replay it like 50 times because it's fucking hilarious, but it's true. And sometimes you got to do it. All right? All right, mentally, spiritually, and physically. All right, so if it's hard for you to take correction, which again, speaking to myself, hey, you may have to look in the mirror. Yeah, you might have to call yourself a bitch one time. Again, vulgar speech. Excuse my Swahili, but sometimes it's the best way to get through some people. You got to just speak to them straight and narrow, and may have to be vulgar a little bit. Though I don't come to you with excellency of speech now. Okay. All right, so you got to check yourself, man. Sometimes you just got to be like, look, I'm not being a man. I'm being childish, doing childish things. And that goes with a man corrects his mental state, meaning his thoughts. Okay, a man corrects his thoughts. What's that scripture? I think it's this. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 10 and 20 says, curse not the king, no, not in thy thoughts. So you have to check your thoughts. That's why all up and down the book of Psalms, it says, it asks the Lord to try your reins, meaning try your mind, correct your mind, all right, and put you on a correct path in your mental. Outwardly, sometimes you need to shut the fuck up, but inwardly, you need to learn how to shut the fuck up too. Now, the inward part, when speaking in your mind, you making yourself be quiet, that's harder. That's way harder than outwardly being quiet, because you have to deal with yourself every day on a day-to-day basis, and you have to make judgments every single day. But when it gets to a point where you feel yourself rambling in your mind, you got to tell yourself to be quiet. All right? Check your thoughts. It says, curse not the rich in thy bedchamber, for a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. All right? So whatever you're, and also too, hey, shit, it could be for, the I know it's a metaphor or like a deeper meaning to it, You know, even so, hey, it could really happen. A bird could deliver a message. The Lord could do it however He wants it to be done. But just know, pretty much, if you are thinking a thought and it's not good, or even if it is good, the bird can, it comes out. That's what it is. Your thoughts are going to come out and expose itself through your body language, through certain little comments that you make. It's going to come out. All right. And the message is going to be delivered for whatever matter it is. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all brothers with this.
10 push-ups. We gotta get the bitch out of you.
Hey, man.
10 push-ups. We gotta get the bitch out of you. 10 push-ups. We gotta get the bitch out of you.
It's true. God dang it, man. This dude bugged out. But hey, one more time.
10 push-ups. We gotta get the bitch out of you.
All right, and I hope this lesson was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Chakodash, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Until the next time, Shalom, and like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, Shalom.